Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar on the index on the daily time frame. And I often talk about the white and the blue and the green parallel channels. But looking at this freaking chart, it would be hard for any normal person to know what the hell I was talking about. A lot of times I don't even know what I'm talking about. So let's go over here. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Now we're looking at the Bitcoin US dollar index on a weekly time frame. And that whole clutter of lines has gone away. And you can see the white channel and the green channel and the blue channel and an orange channel too. So let's just go over these channels briefly, quickly, not briefly. Actually, we're going to go kind of in depth, but hopefully I won't bore you too much. Actually, you know what? This is really, really interesting. It's freaking amazing, as a matter of fact. So, the white channel, I refer to it as the zombie channel sometimes. Although he didn't make it up, I made it up. Actually, anybody can make it up. I'm sure a lot of people have. But this is the channel that Bitcoin has been traveling in since June of 2022. Now, if we zoom in here, this channel captures the tops here and the top here and does not get this wick down here, this wick, this bottom of June. However, it does get the bottoms of these two candles here. And the candle bodies, the weekly candle bodies here. Since it is getting candle bodies, I imagine on a daily time frame, you would see more wick interaction here with the bottom channel. And you can see right here, boom, 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 boom. Oh, well, we got the candle body on this green one, but those three wicks came right down to it, as well as that one. Um, so right now, I'm going to go over the past year and a half interaction with these channels. But in a minute, we're going to zoom out and you will be freaking amazed. The green parallel channel, the top of it, uh, this candle wicks down to the top of it. And the bottom of this channel captures the bottom of our market in November and December of 22. And then let's see, you catch this candle here at the top, and you get some centerline action here. So that's pretty much it on that one. Key thing is that it gets this here and this here in the center line. Uh, Clearly, price action trades in the upper portion of the channel here, comes out a little bit here and trades here within the channel, and comes down here almost to the bottom of the channel. So you can clearly see price action trading in the lower half and upper half of that channel. Now, the blue channel catches the top. Okay, the this candle wick here on October 13th, the week of October 10th, which is the bottom of the market. If you look at the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, or what are those things? These ones. Yeah, the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, or the Dow Jones. If you look at those, well, you know what? Let's look at them on a weekly time frame. 22, October 10th, 22, right there. Bottom of the market. Nasdaq, October 10th, bottom of the market. S&P 500, October 10th. The volume would get out of the way. Bottom of the market, very clear to see. The only reason it wasn't the bottom of the market in the crypto world was because of the Terra Luna and Celsius and Voyager and all that crap that went on back here, and because of the FTX Black Swan. Take out those two events, and this is the bottom of the market right here. So, anyway, that's an important point in the entire history of the world. Um, so, that's the reason why we have the top of this channel starting here at this candle wick, and then the blue bottom of the blue channel also gets the price action here, the bottom in December. Clearly, the blue channel here has the most contact points out of all of these channels. A lot of contact points right here, as well as right here. Those three there, right here, right here. That wicks through a little bit. We got goes right through the center of that body, hits that candle wick, and then also some action up here. We slightly come out of it, and then also mainly as important is the action right along the center line here, and it's much easier to see price action clearly trading in the bottom half and upper half of this channel. Now the orange channel is a newer one, and here on the weekly time frame, well, you can clearly see price action within this channel, but it's harder to get. It doesn't have as much time to really get the. It was really hard to get the angle, the slope just right on that one, and it still may have to be adjusted as time plays on. But the other ones I think are pretty well adjusted, and I will show you why. If you look back at the history of the white channel, you know what? Let me see what happens if I turn this on. You can see price action in the white channel here throughout going back in history to 2019, 2018, 2017, all the way back to December of 2013. That's as far back as the white channel goes. And the center line of that channel comes right to the high of 2013. This is very significant. Right there. And as we follow the white channel along, you can see that it's played a significant role in the price action. I mean, there's no denying this at all. Look at how we got this candle wicking right down here, the center line acting as support and resistance here, this acting as resistance. We broke through it, came back, tested as support there. Kind of snaked in and out of it here, didn't know really what to do. But it's clear the importance of this line and the center line here. And look at how we tried to hold support on the center line and then fell through it. And when we fell through it, when we broke that, we dumped. So that is a significant line. And when we came back up through here, look what we did. We got rejected at the top of this channel and held support at the center line. And here held support on top of this channel. And when we fell through hard and back to the center line and back to the top of the channel. The center line, the bottom here, all played a significant role in Bitcoin's history. Look at how we traded right here in the bottom half of the channel, even held it as support here. Once we broke through, fell through the center line hard. Now, notice this in this orange channel, and we'll get back to that in a minute. So we did not interact with the white channel again until we got back here in recent times. And you can clearly see the interaction with the white channel here once again. Now let's do the green channel. Go back to this guy and go way back in time. Now the green channel goes back further. A little bit. Oh, here we go. The center line of the green channel hits our top in 2011, June of 2011. Now, admittedly, it's not exact right there, but pretty damn close, considering it's such a freaking long line. We're talking, well, it's over a decade back. So having it come pretty damn close like that is pretty amazing. So you can see the price action here. We were going up, straight up, and where did we take a little break? Right here in the green channel. And you can see, boom, right there. Let me zoom in a little bit more just so you can see clearly. Came right down, wicked right down to it on a weekly time frame. Tried to hold support on top of the channel. Once we broke support, came down hard through it. Tried to hold along the center line, fell right through. Came back, tested the bottom of the channel as support, and then shot right through the channel, as we often do in a channel, to the top right here, where it acted as resistance. Once we broke through, boom, we took off. Coming back down, see we crashed through it, held the bottom as support, tried to hold this as support, lost it. But anyway, you can see how we interacted with it. It acted as resistance and support here, and support. Once we held it as support, that was important. Held the center line as support, bottom of the channel as support. This is way back in 2016. Right along the center line here, and held it as support. Once we held it as support once again, boom, we were off and running to our next all-time high. Didn't quite make it back down to it here. But well, is this COVID? Yeah, this is COVID. And you can tell we interacted with it here during COVID. And I can't say that we came right down to the center line. We kind of, I wonder if on a daily basis you'll see some interaction with the center line here. Actually, let's just check that out. Let's go to a daily time frame, 2020. Kind of want to see. Now on a daily time frame, you do see a little bit more interaction with the channel. Although we didn't, it wasn't really, it kind of shot through the center line, but you can clearly see how the top here acted as support on a daily basis. Let's go back to a weekly. All right, 2020 we were at. Oops. Come on. So that was that. Then we went to our next all-time high and did not interact with this once again until recent times here, and we already went over this. So now the blue channel. Blue channel is pretty steep. And in fact, does it ever interact with Bitcoin's history at all? Look at that. It's totally bypassing all of Bitcoin's history. Or not. Look at this. Way back in the beginning. Way back in the beginning, our blue channel does come in contact with Bitcoin price action. As a matter of fact, where does it start? It starts right here at this high. Pretty damn close. Within a penny. Okay? This is 9 cents and the channel is at 10 cents. So I'd say that's pretty damn close. And now it's hard. You know what? I wonder if I can get a daily this far back. Should be able to. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so you don't see the price action. Oh, that's because we're in 2022. Never mind. Let's see if we can get days all the way back to the beginning. Yep, we can. And let's see what kind of action we had here on a daily time frame. Look at that. We got candle wicks right up to the bottom of the channel. 1, 2, 3. And then once we broke through, boom, shot right through the channel. But we had a wick to the top, wick to the top, wick to the top. Now it's a little bit outside, but give the frickin' channel a break. It's gone back almost 13 years here. And then we held it as support. Look at how we held it as support for a long time and then shot upwards. Came back down, held the bottom of the channel was important for support here, important for support here. Came back up here and held this channel. This channel was important support for Bitcoin way back in the day when it was at 20 cents. 18 to 20 cents here. It was very important support for Bitcoin. Even held the center line a couple times here at 17 cents. Now, this blue channel had no other interaction with Bitcoin until way so far away that I can't even get there in the time frame of this video. So now on a daily time frame, you can see the interaction with this channel a little bit better with these channels. So those are the channels I often talk about. Now, I haven't discussed the orange channel yet. This is the channel we've currently been trading in since September 7th when I called this bull run. It's not a blue run. Well, it is a blue run because it's running to the blue channel. Bull run. I said here, and I on one of my last videos, either the last one or the one before that, or recently, I played the part where I said, "Get ready because we are going to go on a massive bull run through the end of the year." And nobody else was saying that. And I told you this was going to happen. And sure enough, that's what happened. And I knew that because of what the channels were telling me. And I'm not going to get into it here. I've gone over it. And it has to do a lot with one more channel that's not pictured here, but it is the overall much larger channel that it covers the whole Bitcoin bull run history. Um, Now let's go on a weekly time frame to show you this orange channel that we are currently trading in, and I drew it, which I will show you in a second, based on the daily candle closures in this date range right here. But if you'll notice, all these channels are perfectly parallel with one another. I cloned them. I cloned them all off of this one right here. And I just widened these because in reality, this squishy little candle, this channel, squishy channel, is yeah, should be much wider. Price action will trade in a much wider range within that. Although right now it's just trading in that little narrow range. We got a little choppiness to do here. Um, and as I zoom in to these previous times, you can see how the price action during our bull runs fell right within these channels. Now, this right here is very similar to where we are at now, trading in within this narrow channel. As a matter of fact, I think this little channel here is the same width as the one we're currently trading in. Yeah. And then I made this one wider. Um, so this is very, very similar, and this is what I expect us to do. However, instead of coming down here like this, I think we are running up a lot more than this, but we will come down into the halving event and then trade sideways a little bit more and then begin our bull run, our parabolic bull run. I should clarify that because a lot of other analysts or YouTubers um, say we're not in a bull run right now simply because we're not in the parabolic portion of the bull run. That's extreme crazy. This is extreme right here. No other asset acts like that. Well, I don't know. Do they? Do other assets go on a like $2,000 run over the course of a year and a half? Not typically. Um, but anyway, that's a little bit more than a bull run. I'm sure a lot of investors would be happy with a bull run following up with this green channel here. It'd be a pretty nice return on their investment. What is that? 170% return over about a year. That'd be a pretty nice investment for most people. I would be pretty happy with that, I think. Um, so anyway, so this is the parabolic bull run beforehand, and look at how price action trades exactly within that channel. And even the time before that. Now, this is a little bit wonky here kind of drapes along the channel, but the channel catches the high points. I got to really zoom out here. But you can see how it catches all these points where it swings. It came out here, but then it catches all these points. And give it a break. That was back in the very beginning. But all the other ones very accurately captured the parabolic runs right here. And so is this one. Now, I'm going to take this, I'm going to clone it, and I'm going to pull it over here. And if you do that, so just as back here, we had this little run here and then kind of danced sideways, came up at the same slope here for another little run, had a little correction, and then started the parabolic bull run. I expect something similar to happen over here. And I do believe we'll come up a little bit more to about 58.62, something like that. Well, I guess that would be, let me zoom out a little bit more. I'm on a weekly, so if I go over just a little bit, it's a lot. So if I open this up a little bit like this, so let's go into January, mid-January, up about 62. Somewhere up here. I think we will continue up in this channel a little bit further up until here. I think we have the strength to. We didn't even have the strength, or the Bears didn't have the dumpy power to close the gap over the weekend or this as at the start of this week. So yeah, we do have enough strength to come up here, and then probably pull back into the halving event. Now I don't have the halving marked off here, but it should be right around here somewhere, mid-April, mid to late April. And the price at the halving should be 48,000. Now what is interesting about that, 48,000 is where in mid-April, right at the top of the green channel. I'll let that sink in. So, yeah, we will come back to the top of the green channel mid to late April. And we'll just have to see what happens then. I imagine we'll just kind of bounce along the top of the channel for about another month and a half and then begin our parabolic run. And once we bounce along the top of this channel for about a month and a half, at about 57,000 will take us to mid-June, and that's when we begin our oops, I didn't mean to grab that. I'm grabbing it and moving it. Once we get to 57,000, around there, 58, 60,000, something like that, mid-June is when we're going to start our parabolic run up this channel. And we will continue up that channel. Wow, all the way up to 340. Oh, that's January 25. See, this says 187,000 by November of 24. That's what Bitcoin has done in the past. Is that possible? I think so. I think it is possible. But, listening to the low ball predictions that a lot, And here I thought this was going to be a short video, um, but I just got interrupted with my half-hour cutoff. Um, so 187,000. Where were we? Late November. I don't know. If maybe October. Where could we be in October? Even in October, we're still up at about 150,000. I like 125, but that would be way back here. Now, could we see that? That would be very early October. And then do we see a pullback? We hit a high here in October. What if we pulled back to the green line, back to 72,000? Maybe. And then up to 187,000 in April, May? Maybe. And then another pullback to about 100,000, and one more to 300,000. uh, where can we hit 225? Right there, September again, into September. I don't know. Who knows? It's a long time from now. But I do imagine, the point is that I do imagine we will continue interacting with these channels in the future. Now, having said that, do you want to know where the bottom's going to be in 26? Here's 2026. So our bottom was in November of 2022 at 4 years, December 2026, or sometime in 2026. Our bottom should be about 100,000, maybe, if we come down to the top of the white channel. Do we come down to the center line of the white channel? Maybe 86,000. So anyway, I think our bottom, Bitcoin's next bottom, will be around here. Could we come all the way down to the bottom of the white channel? Maybe 70,000. But I think that's a worst case scenario, that we come down to the bottom of this white channel in somewhere between August and December of 26. 75,000, 65,000. That is a worst case scenario. I think most probably we don't come down any further, excuse me, than the top of the white channel. Um, Between 86. Okay, stop doing that, you stupid thing. It's because I'm holding my finger on it. Uh, Between $80,000 and $100,000, let's say. I think that's the next bottom. So when we're sitting here at 44,000 and all the institutional guys are getting in, they know that long term they're still very, very safe. They're still getting in under $50,000 in another 4 years. Worst case scenario, they're still going to have double what they have now. But that's after they're going to be taking profits way up here. So that's why this is a steal. These prices right here are a steal. 41,700. My God, it's a steal. Now let's go look at the futures. And look what happened. We couldn't close the gap. The frickin' bears couldn't close the gap, and that's on a daily basis. Look at an hourly basis. They tried. They tried, couldn't do it. Tried again, couldn't do it. But the people that are working this want this to stay open, to keep sucking all this up right here. I swear to God, more and more Bitcoin is disappearing. It's all getting sucked up above this level, above $40,000. Another thing I wanted to point out with our channels here. Let's go to a daily or maybe even an hourly time frame. Look at where we came down to. Now I have this other channel here. I'm just going to delete it. That's that other one that I pulled over. It's in the way now. But you can see how we've been trading in this orange channel. We came right down to the bottom of the orange channel and the top of the green channel. That is really, really significant because the narrative I've been laying out for you um, over the past weeks and months is that we are transitioning out of the white channel and out of the green channel back into the blue channel. We had been holding the blue channel here, lost it in August, and fell back into the green. Well, we were always in the green channel. We were still always in this white channel as well. But now, this moment in time here is marking our departure from the white channel and our departure from the green channel to trade in this blue channel. Now, admittedly, we're not done interacting with these. I do believe that in April, sometime in April, we will fall out of the blue channel back into the green channel, back to the top of the green channel to test it as support once again. The other thing to note here too, I don't know if I have them here. Do I have them here? Yeah. Let's turn our moving averages on. Um, Not only did we test the top of the green channel, but we came right down to the 20 SMA here. So it's kind of a triple whammy. We got the green channel, the orange channel, and the 20 SMA. So we do use other indicators here besides the all these lines and stuff. However, one of the things I did want to say is there's other influencers out there who maybe use I don't know, statistics, try to and all these indicate not indicators. What are they called? Yeah, I gotta stop. I'm getting tired. I don't even know my words anymore. But anyway, they belittle the line drawers and stuff like that. Obviously, I have clearly shown here. I think I've clearly demonstrated how not only do these lines serve a purpose in predicting support and resistance levels in the price action of Bitcoin, um, in the current time period, but they have done it over and over and over again throughout the history of Bitcoin, the entire history of Bitcoin, have acted as great predictions of where price is going. Um, and one more thing, speaking of using indicators, the RSI, I discussed the RSI before, and how we had the green. We did have this green line, trending line as support. I can't get the whole thing here. I got to zoom it back out. Support here and here and here, and then we fell through it with these kind of weird shakeout things. We had a huge wick, a huge candle upwards and a huge candle downwards. And the same thing here, a huge candle downwards followed by a huge daily candle upwards, creating this right here where we were breaking through this trend line. And in doing so, created this low here, and connecting that to this and connecting that to this. I'm sorry, it switched lines on us. Okay, we have a connection right here, and right here, giving us a new trend line. And let's see, where did we come down to? Where did we come down to exactly with our wick down to the top of our green channel here? Right to that trend line, and we bounced off of it. And that is falling right in line with what I had predicted, that we would stay above this trend line through to the end of the year until we dump down in January. Sometime in January. I don't know if it's going to be mid-January, late January, maybe early February, where we see our correction back down into March and April. Not like this. This is a quick correction downwards, and we're going to have a quick correction upwards. The only reason we haven't had that quick correction upwards yet is because we got the CPI data coming out in a few hours, and the FOMC meeting tomorrow. So I'm sure everybody's just kind of holding back a little bit just to see what's going to play out with those things. And so we get bad numbers. We get good numbers, we pump up immediately. We get bad numbers, kind of go sideways for a little bit maybe, and pump up next week. Either way, we pump up. Just depends. Maybe tomorrow or in Wednesday, or maybe next week. So anyway, I think we should leave it there. I hope I clearly showed the importance of these channels. And now when I reference them in the future, at least I can redirect you to this video if you haven't, if you're not watching it right now. All right, so make sure you like this video and share it with your friends, and tell your friends, you know what? I actually watched this crazy triangle guy on YouTube, and tell me what you think about these channels that he drew. Seems kind of crazy, but kind of makes sense, doesn't it? All right. See you next time.